Hello. It's been it's been a long time. You know, yeah, I haven't really made a video in in a long time. I don't know why, guys. I am so sorry, bro. It's just, finding a job, it's just it is very tough, but I was really doing good on interviews and it's very, very tough, because since this present situation, the Iran, like this war situation, this is getting really tough, but I'm not gonna give up. And sorry for the lack of videos, because since I did have some time, but I was just being very, very, very lazy, and my content is just it's not really an excuse, but yeah. But I did want to talk about stuff I watched really when I was absent. I did watch. First of all, spoiler, I saw the final season of The Boys. Homelander did um he did get defeated, and everything is good. We got a good ending. Well, more better than the comics in my opinion. I did see some other movies, like cool movies, about comedy, Tubi, and I actually am about to watch, the Saw franchise movie that I really wanted to see for a long time. And also, I, bro, I finally have like a PS3 emulator on my like laptop PC, and I'm playing like the Sonic games that were removed from like the the PlayStation, like 5, PS Now. So yeah, but it's doing really good. And also, I did want to talk about a video that I just saw. It was I will edit this and put the video description in there, but it was about a guy, about he about when he used to go to high school. I don't know what year he was, but he dated this one girl like back in his ninth grade. And this girl, I guess, when they broke up, this girl didn't take it so well, and she started spreading rumors that that he did something very, like that he raped her, like that. I'm not gonna say the R word because YouTube. Yeah, and it basically ruined his life. He lost friends, teachers didn't respect him, and he was in the video. He said he was a mental break, that he wanted to end it all, but he's doing much better now. And honestly, I want you to pray for him. I will put the video in the description, but it's just you gotta be very, very careful who you talk to, because I did date someone when I was in middle school, but it wasn't. But we weren't really ready for a relationship because we were kids, and because we're both special ed, because I have autism, and she maybe had autism too, but we were both we were both special ed kids. We were really, really ready, but it wasn't like But we did move on, and we found a lot of ground, and I did make a lot of friends in high school, and it was high school was still the best. But honestly, I did had a crush on this one girl in high school. She was like, I think, when she was a junior and I was a sophomore, but our friendship didn't last long because I kept texting her on Instagram, all that stuff, it's being really an annoyance. And she was kind of like, no, I'm not dealing with this, because and honestly, I do agree, because just think about it, that I just wish I never downloaded the app, and just and being like an annoyance to her. I just should have been like, I should have been like, you know what, bro, I'm just, it's just don't download. Just if I did download the app, I should have just been like, you know what, I'm just gonna just do the videos, and that's it. Just make people laugh on there, not just in text. But yeah, I haven't really. But yeah, it did happen to like this other person too. I wanted to talk about this where she was a good friend, but I don't know, our friendship was kind of weird. But I don't know why, because I did post her TikTok video on my story reel, and it's kind of weird. But I normally but the reason why I do that is because I want my fans to like see how cool and funny that my friends are, so they can like find their account. Let's just follow them, but I don't know if they might make the same content, but kind of like some if some women follow my account, they can follow that person. My friend's account, which so she does she does like nail like she's like a nail artist, so like any woman can like deem her up, like or now follow her so they can because my friends have interesting content. That's why I do like a post on my story, but I'm not doing that no more. Like if I do decide to come back on Instagram, because I can't do that, without people's permission, and it's weird. So and when she confronted me, she was upset about that, and I understand why she was, and so after that, I just deleted my Instagram, never came back, cause honestly, because I can't be posting like my friend's stuff on my story without permission, cause that's kind of like I live disrespect. So yeah, I did. That's why I'm just gonna stick to YouTube and just not because there's not like texting. I know some people. I know you because gonna probably be like, oh, that doesn't give you excuse if you did. I know. That's why I'm just being just mellowed out. So yeah, I just want to talk about where I was, and where I've been doing, but still, like the stuff I did, like just because that stuff I did, and honestly, I don't, and I do have regrets, but I just have to learn to move on. But that one guy, where I want to talk about the guy more. The one guy, that was really like talked about. A comment actually said if they weren't really his friends, they abandoned him so easily. Yeah, those guys were not really your friends. If they would believe a rumor like that. And honestly, that's going to girls too. Make sure you be careful who you date, because some of these men, like these evil men, might might actually take it to a like, because since they're more like, since men are more easily, men might really do it. Because I seen this one movie, I don't remember. I think it was a while back where it was like a cheerleader, and and these guys they raped her, and it was not good. She lit like ended her life too by almost committing suicide on the field, and it was not good. And it was so. It's just you gotta be careful who you really date. Because men and women can be devious. Like a women, they can ruin your. Women definitely, men need to watch out. They can definitely ruin your life by if they say something, you're basically done. So you gotta be really careful who you date. And I know he was a ninth grader, he was naive, but we all were naive when we were in ninth grade. But I never really was interested in a relationship when I was in ninth grade. Because after this stuff happened in seventh grade, I was like, well, it wasn't like because I was like, you know what, bro? Now I'm gonna focus on my schooling. It's just, I'm kind of glad I never went to. I'm not trying to like call it on myself, but I'm just glad I never went to that school because I really don't want to meet that. I don't know if she's an adult now since I don't know since high school. This that was years, but since that maybe was years ago, I'm just glad I never went to that high school because and met her because she probably would have done the same thing to me. And since I'm black, I would have been I would have been in jail. I would have been in jail since he was white. Since the guy was white, he probably in the video was since they kind of gave him like, you know what, I don't know, bro. I still respect him, but maybe it's a mistake. But if it was me, like a black person, they would have, and she got me and light on me and like that, it would have not been good for me. I probably would not be here by now. I probably would be in the slammer for a rumor. So yeah, like I will post that videos. I will post that put on my description soon because I don't know how to do on this on my phone. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.